Hi guys. So lots going on here. Oh, hi. Sorry, excuse me. Hi, this is oohaahcrochet. Welcome and thank you for being here. I a lot of times forget to say hi before we even start, other than, hi guys. So in the mail, heavy mail, I got these two balls of saffron, which is actually a really hard color to find. Apparently they don't carry it very often, but this is going to go with the Roadrunners, so that'll be the beak color for some of them, and then bright, I think it might be the beak color for all of them. I don't know, I gotta look at the picture again, but anyway, it's going to be for the Roadrunners that I'm working on. For those of you that don't know, I was commissioned by a school to make 175 Roadrunners. It's really kind of starting to stress me out. Part of it is because I ordered yarn on Michaels and did not know that all of the red heart on Michaels is drop shipped, which basically means that it is not sold by Michaels, it's sold by a third party. And they can cancel anytime. As of my order though, and having it canceled, they have put out of stock on whatever ones that they were out of stock on. But yeah, it was very frustrating because that was like a $400 order with the discounts and everything. It was like $253, and all I got was this blue yarn. And then they canceled the rest, which again, very frustrating. I waited 5 days for that to get here and didn't even know until I opened up the track or the order that it was canceled. I got the email after I found it on Michael's website that it was canceled. So then I was looking at other sites to see what I could do for yarn, and I know Jenny sent me a message that Mary Maximum, I think, was having a sale, and I did look at that. I looked at some other ones, and finally I looked at Yarnspirations, and they were having a sale, and I ordered some yarn. And that was the 3rd of September. It is currently, what, the 10th? I was freaking out like all weekend because I didn't get an email saying your order is shipped. I didn't get anything, and I kept looking and I kept looking, and I messaged Lisa from Happy to Hook Creations. I'm like, is this normal to not get a your order is shipped, or even I got a confirmation that the order was paid for, but not that it was shipped. And so Monday morning I was just freaking out. I was messaging her, and I'm like, I'm gonna cry and be really upset if they cancel this order too. And that night, I think it was 7:30 at night, I finally got an email from them. Actually, I didn't get an email from them. I got an email from FedEx that the box will be here supposedly tomorrow. If I can cross more things, I will do it, but I'm hoping. So that's part of my frustration, is I was waiting for all the yarn to get here, and I want it to all match, because I mean, I could go buy a ball, but then if I have to substitute it with a different type of yarn, then it's not going to match. And when you're making 25 of one, so I have to make, there's 7 different Roadrunner types, and I have to make 25 of each because there's 25 classrooms. So yeah, but I wanted to show you what I have gotten accomplished. This is kind of my tote of stuff, and just so you can get laughs and giggles, for those of you that haven't seen the original makeup, markup, whatever, here's the first one. Again, this head is completely wrong, so I mean, laugh, because this is supposed to be the body. I made the pattern wrong. Didn't realize that this was the body until after I had it all done. But the beak is going to look something like this. I will have it sewed, so it does have a thing like that. One of my YouTube friends sent me some money so I could buy patterns. So I bought the Looney Tunes patterns, so I can use that for like the ducks or the bills and the beaks. the beaks, I think is what I wanted to say. But anyway, it's got like Daffy Duck and the Roadrunner in there, and the different mouth types. And I've already looked at it. I already think it's going to be a good fit for the different types, because some of the pictures have the mouth where it's open, like they're animated. So anyway, the question mark, I'm going to cross stitch or embroider that on. The feet and the legs are great. I like how that's done. I did end up, I'll show you here in a second, redoing this part here. But yeah, and then I redid the arms too. But this is the first make. So just so you know, that's where we're starting. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got 6 bodies done. So this one I made, and I didn't have the back loop around this for the skirt. So the next one, this one I made just so you could see the arms. They're not all finished yet because I want to make sure that I have them alike, and so I can have the beak. I wanted the beak color so I could get the beak put on there and have all that detail before I sewed up the head. So I made the arms, and they are going to have that like elbow thing there. And then I decided that after I did this one and sewed it on, I figured I would just crochet it in, so save an extra step. I will have to sew this bottom part in, but it's easier. So now I'm making them with the white body and sewing in the arms and doing the head. So that's where we're at. And then I have 4 of them. I just have to basically do the tops, and then I've got 2 more bodies started and arms. Oops. Arms. There's more arms in there. So that's where I'm at. And again, I really like the stuffing that I had. It's the more compact, or I guess it's not like fibrously stuff like I had before. So that's great. Again, thank you to Dee for really helping me out. I'm gonna get started on those beaks, and then I have another order. I had one of my friends, she helped me out, and I am sending her some bees. I need to send her pictures, but so I am using, I kept the ball band just so you guys can see it, but it's just yarn. It's the plush yarn from Dollar Tree, but I mean, you can order it on the Premier website. It's Premier yarn, and it is 100% polyester, and the color is Courage or Squash, which is actually a perfect color. But these are going to be so freaking cute, I think. And my first one I made without the antenna, but then I thought, well, you silly girl, you could just make the antenna while you're doing it. Actually, I made 2 without the antenna. But look at I'll have to ask her if she wants an embroider, like a smile on there, or if she just wants it plain. But they're fuzzy. I love it. So, and the ones she sent me were pretty small, so I made them small. Now this yarn here is pretty thin. So when you see the yellow rose or the squash rose, I had to do 2 layers or 2 rounds. The black is like twice as thick. So I only did 1 round for that, and it's a fuzzy black. That is the Just Sunil. So I'm thinking, you guys, I'm gonna save these balls just for these bees and see how many I can get, and then I will let you know. I would probably charge at least $5 each for these, probably $5 each. But look at how fuzzy that bee is gonna be. It's gonna be great, and they're super soft. And then you've got the little antennas, and you can just now I did 2 standing. I did a double crochet, and then I did another standing double crochet on top of it, and I chained 3 and then came back down, slip stitched all the way down. that's going to make it for a thicker antenna. You don't have to do that. You could chain up and then chain back down. But these are gonna stay. They're not gonna flop over. So anyway, I got 3 of those done just in the car yesterday while we were waiting for kids at school. And then we did go to the food giveaway for Tuesday night. Bonus on some of those nights is that Feeding South Dakota has a drop or a pickup at like churches and schools, and we were right by the school that happened to have the Feeding South Dakota food giveaway too. So we actually got in both lines, and we ended up getting 2 bags of peaches, a bag of apples, a bag of potatoes, a bag of carrots, and a whole like little chicken, like a whole chicken, but it was a little small fryer. 2 things of like Jimmy Dean bowls, like steak and egg bowls, a whole bag of frozen strawberries, and a bag of flour, which is unusual. That's unusual to be in there, but it was. Lots of bags of raisins, which unfortunately my kids aren't eating right now, so I'm gonna have to figure out something to do with those. And of course I can't eat them because I don't eat them. But anyway, it was a good haul. We got the pizzas like they normally have, the Little Caesars pizzas that are donated to the church for the giveaways, and then the kids got a couple cookies, and we got 1 loaf of sourdough bread, which Donnie uses for grilled cheese sandwiches, which they've been liking too. So we've been using what we've been getting, and we're very, very grateful for it. So on top of the stress of the Roadrunners, I'm just stressed in general. Funding is like crazy tight right now, and I can't even like I'm trying to breathe and trying to be an adult and put my big girl panties on, even though they're slipping off. I'm trying to like okay, it'll be okay. We'll get through it. It'll be fine. That's what I keep telling myself. And I've been listing on my 50-cent auction. I spent a good majority of this morning. I have not picked up a crochet hook yet this morning. I spent a good 2 hours listing on my 50-cent auction this morning. Hopefully that is enough to bring in some money for the storage unit, which is due Monday. Donnie doesn't get paid until not this Friday, but next Friday. So it's up to me to figure out to get that money before Monday. And I don't have any shows coming up. Not that I could do a show right now because I'm working on the Roadrunners. So I'm trying to juggle all this, and first thing Michael says is we need more milk and we need more of this, and I'm just going, y'all, we just got to eat what we have, and you might have to drink water until we get it. You know what I mean? Like, I know you guys have gone through that, or maybe some of you have and some of you haven't, but it's just that time of year. We did get the electrician here to finalize the stuff. They're coming today to do the final inspection. I can't even say it. Inspection. So that's good. We bought paint last week, so the painting is there. We're hoping we have enough carpet squares. One of the guys at Donnie's work helped us to get carpet squares for the basement. Hopefully we have everything we need for that. It's just like every cent that we have is gone before we get it, and that's just. And I know there's a lot of people out there that are struggling like that right now, but I have other orders to make for crochet, but I have to get these first 25 done by the 20th, and so my focus is on that. And even though I could be like, hey, can you prepay me? I can't. Okay. So, and if it were something big, I would have them prepay, but it's not. And so I can't give them a date on when it's going to be done. So I really don't want to have them prepay me. That's the other thing. But Mom has signed us up for lots of shows. So hopefully I can get these first 25 done and then, you know, get in a roll. Once I get this yarn in tomorrow, I will hopefully get a video out tomorrow with the yarn that I got. Like I said, I did get the Michaels yarn, but that is for the cardigans. And just to give you an update, this is how far we are on the cardigan. Oopsies. So I wish I was as fast as Kelsey is. I am not. Passionate Knits. If you watch her, she has a cardigan pattern, but these are both the same size. Pink and orange is what they requested, and then I've got 3 others. Oh, I did get the other cardigan. It's all, you guys would be so proud of me. It's all done. Okay, so it's all done. It's all completely woven in. All the ends are woven in. It's really pretty. I hate pink, and it's pretty. I think it's because it's paired with the black. But let me tell you, the difference between the 4.5mm hook that I used for this and the 6 is huge. Like, you don't see holes in this one. Like, there's not much spacing in here. This one, there's lots of spacing. It's pretty, I mean, they're both kind of drapey, but this one is definitely going to be a lot more forgiving, maybe? I don't know. But anyway, they're done, or that one's done, and this one has progress on it. So there's that. But yeah, I'd like to try to hide my stress from you guys, but there's just, I'm sorry, it's life, and I apologize ahead of time. And hopefully we'll get to a point where we're not that way anymore. And like I said, once we get this bedroom done, I think the stress and the room and the whole thing will be just so much less weight on me. Yeah, it's just, and the kids will have more room, and the whole house will seem bigger. We're currently in 1,400 square feet, but all of us at this point are upstairs, and downstairs is just the laundry room, my craft room, and then now what will be the boys' bedroom. But before, we were all upstairs, so you can imagine how tiny that is. It's tiny. 6 people. But all right, I've rambled enough. I appreciate you guys being here. Again, if you guys have anything, I probably should have said this first, but if you have anything for the Garfield make-along and you can mail it in, please do so. Let me know if you are mailing it. You can email me. You can message me on Facebook. You can message me on Instagram. But my address is in the show notes down below, so take a look at that. I did get some patterns. Like I said, I was gifted some money for patterns, and I got the Looney Tunes pattern. I got a football blanket pattern. I got what else did I get? Oh, the pig pattern for my cousin that she wants me to make. And there was one other one, but it was all within, like, it was only like $12 total or less than that. So I will show you those as I make those up. And I'll let you know who the designers are too. But all right, I love you guys. We will see you hopefully tomorrow with a yarn order. Hopefully it comes. I'm praying. I'm like really stressed out. I want to have the yarn, even though it's taking up my living room. I want to have the yarn so we can have it and be done, and I won't have to worry about it anymore. So hope you guys have a great day. Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon. Bye.